The basic principle is that there are aspects of life, such as friendship and love, that should not be objects of pursuit. Imagine a scenario where every decision you make is aimed at gaining the approval of others, where every word and every action is made in the hope of receiving some gesture of affection or sign of attention. This is not a distant fantasy, but the everyday reality for many. Today, I invite you to look deep into your soul and reconsider those aspects of your heart that you may have hidden out of fear of facing the truth. How many times have you sought someone's approval just to feel like part of their world? How many times have you thought that without this recognition, you are less? I offer you the chance to question this idea and to change those inner narratives that keep us trapped in a cycle of emotional dependence. From the perspective of Stoic psychology, we will see how to break free from the chains of expectation and the excessive desire to be constantly chosen, loved, and approved of by others. If you are interested in this topic, I invite you to subscribe and like the video. Your participation is vital so that we can continue to explore these important topics together. Now, let's move on to the realm of war. Interpersonal relationships becomes difficult when our expectations do not align with reality. Imagine that you are on stage, following a script for a play that has never been rehearsed. You act, hoping that others know their lines and will respond as you expect. But life is not a theatrical performance, and people do not always follow the script. Often, what we expect from our friends and loved ones is idealized, existing only in our imagination. Reality shows us that people act according to their own motives and circumstances. We spend time, send messages, and engage sincerely only with those with whom we feel a true connection. When someone claims to be too busy for you, it likely reflects their priorities rather than necessarily indicating how much they value you. Let us now face a painful but important reality. One should not beg for attention or love. Respect and attention in any relationship must be mutual. If you constantly find yourself in the role of someone seeking attention, it's time to ask if this relationship is truly an equal connection, or if you are simply there for the convenience of the other person when they need you. I urge you to critically assess how you interact with others and how you allow them to treat you. By acknowledging and accepting the reality of your relationships, you can begin to free yourself from the need for approval and instead focus on establishing truly reciprocal and enriching connections. This is the first step toward a deeper and more sincere understanding of what it means to have genuine friends and authentic love. Love that chooses to be with you as willingly as you choose to be with them. Now, let's explore one of the most painful and often hidden aspects of our human interactions: pleading in relationships. This behavior, marked by desperation and excessive sacrifices, can have a destructive impact on our self-esteem and emotional well-being. Pleading in relationships can manifest in many forms, from begging for attention to enduring undeserving treatment just to keep someone close. These behaviors are born out of a deep fear of loneliness or rejection, but they often create a toxic cycle that destroys our dignity. From a psychological perspective, pleading activates our deepest fears: the fear of being abandoned, the fear of rejection, and the anxiety of not being good enough. When we beg for love or attention, we send a message to ourselves and others that our value depends on external approval. This creates a fertile ground for anxiety and depression, as our happiness becomes dependent on the inconsistency of others. Consider the case of Clara, a woman who constantly justified her partner's inattentive behavior. Every time he canceled plans at the last minute or forgot important dates, she made excuses for him, afraid that if she didn't tolerate his behavior, he would leave her. This fear not only kept her in an unequal relationship, but also made her feel increasingly invisible and humiliated. Another example is Mark, who was always willing to help his friends, no matter how hard his own situation was. He was available to them at any hour, answering their calls whenever they needed something. Despite his willingness and effort, Mark rarely received the same level of support from his friends. This dynamic caused him deep sadness and the feeling that he was only an option for others, not a priority. These examples illustrate how pleading can lead us to settle for less than we deserve. It's essential to recognize these behaviors and understand their impact in order to start the process of healing and transformation. Now let's delve into the essence of our own perception of self-worth, self-esteem, and authenticity. This is a call to recognize your own value, independent of external approval, and to cultivate authenticity that is reflected in every aspect of your life. Take a moment to reflect on how much of your self-esteem depends on what others think of you. We live in a society that measures success by likes, comments, and external approval. However, I encourage you to free yourself from this dependency. Your worth does not diminish because someone fails to recognize your brilliance. Your value is innate, constant, and deeply rooted in your very essence. Imagine yourself as a magnificent mountain. No matter how covered it may be by clouds or ignored by passers-by, its height and grandeur remain unchanged. Similarly, your worth does not depend on external attention or recognition. It remains solid and true regardless of others' opinions. To strengthen self-love and unconditional authenticity, consider adopting the following strategies. Regularly take time to reflect on your values, passions, and goals. Journaling, meditation, or simply spending time alone with your thoughts can help you reconnect with your true self. Set clear boundaries. Learn to say no to situations that do not align with your principles or compromise your values. Establishing and maintaining such boundaries is a form of self-respect and is essential for developing healthy and sincere relationships. Acknowledge small victories. No matter their scale, every step toward your personal goals affirms your capability and determination. Surround yourself with a positive atmosphere. Be around people who appreciate you for who you are and encourage you toward genuine self-expression. Remove yourself from toxic relationships that drain your energy and undermine your self-esteem. On our channel, you will find many resources on how to deal with problematic relationships. By applying these practices, you will not only strengthen your self-esteem, but also attract people and opportunities that respect your authenticity. True freedom arises when we stop seeking external approval and begin to acknowledge our own significance and worth. What I share with you here is an invitation to action, not just theory. Allow yourself to be authentic, value your essence, and move forward with confidence, knowing that you are good enough as you are. Deep, genuine relationships stand apart from those that are superficial or coincidental. Recognizing these signs can transform our approach to interaction, leading to more sincere and enriching experiences. Pay attention, because this is important. Healthy relationships are based on balance and mutual respect. Over time, balance is key. Here are 5 key characteristics that define healthy relationships. 1. Mutual respect. Each person values the other as an equal, respecting their opinions, feelings, and personal space. 2. Open and honest communication. Problems and feelings are discussed openly, without fear of retaliation or judgment. 3. Support. Both people support each other in good times and bad, offering a shoulder to lean on and celebrating each other's successes. 4. Independence. Each person retains their individuality and feels free to pursue their own interests and friendships outside of the relationship. 5. Trust. There is fundamental trust that each will act with honesty and will not intentionally harm the other. It is very important to distinguish between love and attachment, as well as true friendship and friendship for convenience. Love and true friendship are based on respect, mutual admiration, and a sincere desire to see the other person thrive. On the other hand, attachment and convenience-based friendship are often characterized by dependency or personal gain. Love fosters freedom and personal growth, while attachment seeks to control and limit, often driven by fear of loss or loneliness. True friendship withstands difficulties, grounded in sincere affection and unconditional support, whereas convenience-based friendship may disappear, revealing its superficial nature. Identifying these differences not only helps us avoid unsatisfying or toxic relationships, but also gives us the opportunity to invest our energy and time into connections that truly enrich our lives. I urge you to critically and lovingly assess your current relationships, identifying where they fall on the spectrum of authenticity and health. By doing this, you will benefit not only yourself, but also the people around you, creating an atmosphere of sincere love and mutual support. Now let's move on to an important topic in building healthy and meaningful relationships: the art of being chosen. Let's discuss how we can cultivate relationships where we are naturally valued and chosen without having to force connections or beg for attention. To be naturally chosen in relationships feels like the recognition of our true self. To develop such connections, it is important to start by being authentic and feeling comfortable with your own personality. Here are 4 ways to cultivate such relationships. 1. Be genuine. People are drawn to authenticity. Being honest about who you are and what you value creates an atmosphere of trust and mutual respect. 2. Take care of your emotional well-being. Maintaining strong emotional health and high self-esteem makes you more attractive to others. It's not about being perfect, but about actively managing your emotional well-being. 3. Share your passions and interests. Expressing what excites you not only shows your most vibrant and enthusiastic side, but also attracts those who share your interests or admire your dedication. 4. Practice active listening. Showing genuine interest in others and actively listening is a powerful way to build deep connections. People appreciate being heard as much as they enjoy speaking. In addition to being authentic, there are certain practices that can help attract and maintain sincere relationships. Create space for positive interaction. Organize events that are not only fun, but also encourage interaction on a deeper level. These could be small gatherings, workshops on shared interests, or volunteer events. Be patient. Genuine relationships take time to develop. The key is to allow relationships to grow at their own pace without pressure. Set and respect boundaries. An important aspect of any healthy relationship is mutual respect for personal boundaries. This creates a solid foundation on which relationships can grow healthily, cultivate connections, and make others feel valued and understood. Mastering the art of being chosen is not about manipulation or changing yourself for approval, but about fostering genuine and wonderful ways of connecting with others. Let's meet an important aspect of personal growth: embracing solitude and encouraging self-discovery. Feeling comfortable in solitude can not only enrich our lives, but also improve the quality of our relationships. Being alone does not mean being lonely. It is a priceless opportunity to connect with yourself. Solitude suggests that we embrace our own company without feeling a desperate need to be surrounded by others. This process of acceptance is fundamental because when we are comfortable with ourselves, we are less likely to seek relationships out of fear of being alone. Consider solitude as the silence between the notes of a melody. It is not only necessary but also enriches the entire song. When we are alone, we have the opportunity to reflect, recognize our true thoughts and emotions, and decide without external influence what our true needs and desires are. A third point is focus on your own actions. Iyak. Focusing on how you can improve a situation or how you can personally grow through experience is important for developing resilience and maintaining healthy emotional independence. Stoicism offers several practices to achieve this. 1. Daily reflection. Take time each day to reflect on your interactions and emotions. This helps to develop greater awareness and adjust your future reactions. 2. Visualization of obstacles. The Stoics called this premeditatio malorum, foreseeing challenges. By anticipating difficulties, you prepare your mind to act with confidence and clarity when you encounter real challenges. 3. Cultivating gratitude. Focus on gratitude for the positive relationships and experiences in your life. Gratitude reduces bitterness and helps to approach disappointments with equanimity. These practices promote greater emotional independence, allowing you to enjoy healthier and more balanced relationships. To conclude today's video, I want to offer you a guide to applying the first rule in all areas of your life. Start by taking a deep self-assessment of your current relationships. Consider whether your relationships are mutual and whether they truly make you feel valued. Based on this self-analysis, clearly define your expectations and what you deserve in your interactions. Do not be afraid to uphold high standards in how you wish to be treated. Also, learn to say no to relationships and situations that do not respect your values or undermine your self-esteem. Finally, invest time and energy into your own well-being. Self-care is essential for maintaining healthy self-esteem. Remember, you must value yourself enough to choose those who choose you, and always keep in mind that this is not selfishness, but self-respect. Strive to create relationships where your value is never in question, but is an undeniable truth. This call to action is not the end of our journey together, but the beginning of a new chapter for you, a beginning where every day represents an opportunity to live authentically, where every connection reflects your true value. Start today and never stop valuing yourself and allowing others to value you. Thank you for watching this video. Give it a like if you enjoyed it. I hope these tips will be very useful to you. Consider sharing this video with those who need it and offering your perspective in the comments section, because wisdom must be shared to flourish. Write in the comments, "I am a Stoic," and I will know that you made it to the end. Now, do you choose the path to the right or the left? I have 2 videos that you will enjoy. Until next time.